moving into Chicago.
I'm going first again.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you go first for this four, and then I'll take over for the
All right,
next four, and we'll
sounds good.
alternate like that.
All right, so Chicago. I went back and forth with who their biggest loss was, and my
Me too.
opinion, I settled for Nico Gaitan. I
Okay,
know that's probably not what you were thinking. I know we'll get to yours in a minute,
you
but
already know what mine is.
I do. There was a point last season, and fantasy numbers obviously don't always translate to on-field performances, but there was a period last season where he put up numbers. He was unplayable at times, and I think that offense just looks, I don't want to say mediocre now, but definitely lost a lot of quality up there with him. And then addition, I put Robert Barrick. Um, Decent numbers playing in Austria and in France, but I think having him alongside CJ Sapong, the issue with me is just getting them the ball because they usually play a 4-2-3-1 and they're three across the midfield. So Gaitan, Katai, and Schweinsteiger are all gone. So how do we get them the ball now?
Yeah, no, big facts there, and that was kind of what I meant, or what I put for my loss section was,
Yeah.
there are a lot of people that you can put into this category. Alexander Katai was one of their best attackers. Um, Gaitan again, like you mentioned before, put up numbers. Bastian Schweinsteiger, just the name Bastian Schweinsteiger, is a big loss. And like you said, you already know what mine is, but my biggest loss is Dax McCarty. Any team that loses Dax McCarty is, no matter who they bring in, is automatically worse off. He was a captain. He was the heart of your midfield, and the reason why I went with him over other players, they don't have a true replacement lined up. At least not since I was looking at this a few days ago. I haven't seen them bring anybody who's going to say, okay, I can replace Dax McCarty, no problem whatsoever. They had Mo Adams in their kind of like ranks when he was younger, um, and he was supposed to be the next guy, and he's off to Atlanta. So I'm not sure what they're going to do in that center mid spot. I mean, they still have time to sign somebody. Um, I don't know if that'll happen, but that's obviously my biggest loss. And I said Robert Barrick is the biggest addition for them. If he's gonna want to go ahead and make this team relevant again, he's going to need to put up fantastic numbers, and I'm talking Nikolic Golden Boot winning season numbers. Like, he's going to have to be the guy that people cannot take out of their fantasy teams, that people look at and are like, I don't know how to stop him. Everything he does goes in the net. And if he can't do that, you're right, because they lost so much around him, they're going to have another tough year. And we're not doing Eastern predictions this year, but I have a feeling they're going to be missing out on that playoff spot yet again.
Yeah. All right. Colorado.
Yeah, we can move on there. Unless, Kaz, you got anything to add on Chicago?
Uh, I mean, only real other people that you guys haven't mentioned. Jonathan Bornstein returning back to the MLS would be interesting. See if he could fit back in and help maybe in the back line. And they added Bobby Shuttlesworth from Minnesota. But
Hmm. Yeah.
overall, the Fire I don't think are going to be too exciting to watch with
Yeah.
returning back to Soldier Field and their new unis.
Yeah, God, that badge is awful. The kit is awful. Everything about it is awful, and nobody bats an eye. It's
No,
it's it's so sad.
everyone's
Uh,
willing to admit it. It's bad.
yep.